Welcome back to the Power of Model Drawing. Now, today we are going to continue with our before and after model and how do we draw this model for before and after problems. So we are going to look at one group unchanged, and it's actually very easy to draw the model as long as you are able to draw out the sentences. So let's look at example 1, and let me show you it's actually quite easy to draw the problem without having to think very hard. Now, Peter had $3.20 less than Sammy. So that is the before. Alright, the at first. And then Sammy's mother gave Sammy $10. That is the change. Change means what happened. Now, Sammy then had 5 times as much as Peter. This is the after, right after. So you have before, change, after. Alright, so what is unchanged over here? Sammy's mother gave Sammy money. Then how about Peter's mother? Peter's mother did not give him money. So Peter's money is unchanged. So remember that, keep that in your mind. Because when you draw the model, Peter's rectangle will be the same. Alright? Now, how much money had Peter? And what was the total money the two boys had at first? Alright, so let's draw out the before model. And you'll be surprised to see that actually it's not so hard to solve problems like this. Peter had less than Sammy. Alright, so Peter had less than Sammy. Okay, so $3.20 lesser. Okay, so you draw the first sentence already. Now, Sammy's mother gave Sammy $10. So how do you show the receiving? Now, I draw a box. It's still the before model. It means that Sammy is going to get $10, but he hasn't received yet. But he's going to receive it. Alright, and then Peter still unchanged. Right? Peter's money is still, nothing happens to his money. Alright, so you have done until here. Now Sammy had 5 times as much as Peter. So how do we draw the after model? Now when you draw the after model, so Peter and Sammy, make sure that you start from the same of the line so that it looks neat. So you can see that Peter's money is unchanged, so you draw the same rectangle. But now Sammy's money has become all the way to the end, right? And then Sammy had 5 times. Now if you try to cut Sammy's rectangle into 5 times, you find that it's not proportional. Because Peter has 1 time, and that 1 time looks very long. Alright, looks long. So how do you cut 5 times? Are you going to make the Sammy's rectangle longer, or are you going to erase? Now we don't want to do that because it wastes a lot of time. So if you cannot cut the rectangle into 5 equal boxes, then what do? You can always do arrow sign, which is 5 units. Okay, 5 times means 5 units. So how much money had Peter? So that is to find the question mark, or over here, same, right? So either way, right, either question mark will give you the same answer. Alright, and our model is done. Oh, what was the total money the two boys had at first? So which is to find the total and in the before. Okay, and your model is done. If your model is fantastic, then there's no need to actually look at the problem. And you can see that when I draw the model, I'm not thinking about how to solve also. Alright, so the model is done already, then what do? Now, the fun thing about model drawing is you get to cut the model into similar parts. What do you mean? Now it means that if you look at the smallest box, which is the 1 unit, you can actually cut a similar parts out of Sammy's rectangle. And if you go above, go higher, you can also cut another similar 1 unit. And then you go higher, isn't that also 1 unit? Okay? And then you look at the $3.20, which belongs to the box in the middle. And then you go down some more, and you can cut out the same portion, which is also $3.20. And then you go to the right side. You see there's a $10 there. And you come down to this box. Isn't that the same as the $10 above? Right, the length of the box is the same as the other box. Alright, and then what do you do next? And then you look at the after model, and you can see that, or you look at the difference, look for the difference. Remember in our earlier lesson, how do you continue to work out the steps after you draw the model? You look for differences. So you look at 5 units and you minus 1 unit, that will give you a difference of 4 units. And then you can see that your 4 unit is also equal to $3.20 plus $10. And that will be $13.20. And then you find 1 unit, which is $13.20, and you divide by 4. So what is $13.20 divided by 4? You will get $3.30. which is your 1 unit. And once you can get 1 unit, you can solve because Peter has 1 unit, which is $3.30 per day. And then how do you find the total money at first? Oh, you just say 1 unit plus 1 unit and plus $3.20. So how much is 1 unit plus 1 unit? Which is 2 units. So $3.30 and then you times 2, that will give you $6.60. And then you take $6.60 and don't forget the plus $3.20. And what is their total money at first? $9.80. And that's how you solve the problem, by drawing out the problem. Alright, so you can see that when you draw the model, it is not so much about the solving. It's more about the drawing. Alright, are you able to draw out sentence by sentence? But first of all, you need to recognize whether is it a before and after and what is unchanged. Alright, let's look at the other example. Okay, a farmer had twice as many chickens as cows. That's the before. After he sold 330 chickens, that is the change. He had twice as many cows as chickens. That is the after. So did he sell any cows? He did not sell any cows. So the cows is unchanged, right? So how many chickens were there? Looks complicated, but as long as you can draw out the model, right? No matter how difficult the question is, but once you can draw out the problem, it makes everything easy. Alright, let's see how we do that. Now, you always draw from the beginning, right? Your before model, right? When you draw any model, usually, most of the time, you always start at the beginning. So the farmer had twice as many chickens as cows. And when you draw the model, please don't draw too long, don't draw too big, neither do you draw too small. Draw a nice, draw a good size, a nice size. Okay, that is your first sentence. And don't put any units inside because you may want to cut. So you only put 1 unit into the boxes at the end of your drawing. Now, after he sold 330 chickens, he had twice as many cows. So how do you draw the after model? Now, to draw the after model, you always start with the one group that is unchanged because that will be easier to draw, right? Because we don't know how long to draw the rectangle for the chickens, but we know that the rectangle for the cows is still the same as the before model, right? The cows before and the cows after, we know how to draw because unchanged. Unchanged means you draw the same length. So the cows, what happened? Now he had twice as many cows. So if you look at the after, right? The after, then what happens? You have to cut it into twice, which is 2 boxes. And then, or let me just put down here twice, means 2 boxes for cows and 1 box for chickens. So how do you draw the chickens in the after? That will be 1 box, 1 tiny box. Okay? So now you can see the cows are twice as many as the chickens. Alright, and if you look at the before, the farmer, look at the before statement, the farmer had twice as many chickens as cows. If you look at the before, the chicken has 2 bigger boxes and the cow has 1 smaller box. Right? And then he sold some 330 chickens, and now the cows have 2 boxes in the end, and the chicken has 1 box in the end. Right? Okay, so what do we do next? Now, you have to make the model look all the same, make them all equal. So how to make them all equal? You always start with the smallest box, which is your 1 unit. So you look at the boxes here, which are smaller, they are all same size, you call it 1 unit. Then can you see that the cow's rectangle is, right, you cut it into 2 smaller boxes to make them look the same. And you also have 2 units, do the same for the chickens. And so every box you cut into 2 units each, using dotted lines, so that you can still see the original boxes. And then now you can see how many chickens he sold. He must have sold how many chickens? He must have sold 330 chickens, which is how many units? That will be 3 units. How do you know that? Because there are 4 units of chicken at first, and you minus 1 unit of chickens in the end. So he must have sold 3 units of chickens. So 3 units of chickens will be, or it's also the same as 330 chickens that were sold. And then you can find 1 unit, which is 330, and then divide by 3. So 1 unit is 110 chickens. So how many chickens were left? Isn't that to find the question mark here, which we forgot to put? So you should put the question mark first before you start solving. So your chicken left is 1 unit, which is 110, and you solve the problem easily. Okay, so drawing count first, solving comes later. So let's go to practice problem, and this time I would like you to do the same thing. So drawing comes first, draw the problem, don't think about solving. After you draw already, then you look at the model and then you solve it. Alright, your time starts now. Alright, have you solved? Now let's see. Benny had twice as many as Candice at first. So if you draw the model, Benny has 2, Candy has 1 box. And that's the default. After Benny bought another 40 buttons, that is the change. Now Benny had 7 times as many as Candice. So Candice will have 1 box in the end. So how many buttons did Benny have at first? So how do you draw the before and after? Now, in this question, you can see that Benny bought some buttons, but Candice did not buy any buttons. So who is unchanged? Candice's buttons are unchanged. Alright, so let's draw out the before model. Benny and Candice. So Benny had twice, draw a rectangle cut into 2 boxes, and Candy has 1 box. Right? That's your default. After Benny bought another 40, then how do you draw the after? Now, when you draw the after, remember to start at the same dotted line. So after Benny bought another 40, now he has 7 times as many as Candice. So Candice is still unchanged, right? So you always start with the group that's unchanged. You always draw the model for the group that's unchanged first. So Candy has 1 time, right? 1 time, and Benny will have 7 boxes. So you have 1 box for Candy, and then you draw a bit. You draw slightly longer for Benny. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7 boxes. Alright, then what do you do next? Now, can you see how many units did Benny buy? Now, if you notice carefully, Candy is unchanged, which is 1 unit. And then Benny must have 7 units in the end. So how many units did he have at first, which is 2 units, right? So now you can see how many buttons did Benny buy, which is 40, right? Okay, 40 buttons. So question mark, how many buttons did Benny have at first, which is the question mark here. Alright, and your model is done. Now you can see my model is not really perfect because you can see that my 2 unit on top is not really perfect. See, you can see the drawing is not quite accurate. So what do you do? Right. So never look at the model and then your eyes and then you say that, oh, Benny has 4 units more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 using your eyes to see. 4 units more is 40, which is wrong, right? So try not to use your eyes to look this way. What you should be doing is you should count the units for Benny, which is 7 units in the end. Then count the units for Benny at first, which is 2 units at first. That will tell you how many units that he bought. He bought 5 units. Okay, that will prevent you from making careless mistakes by using your eye, by looking with your eyes. Because if your model drawing is not accurate, not perfect, then what you will do is you will think that Benny has 4 units more, which is actually not correct. Alright, so your 5 units more is also 40 more. So your 1 unit is 40 divided by 5, so 1 unit is 8. So can you find Benny has how many at first? Benny has 2 units, which is 8 times 2. So Benny has 16 buttons at first. And you have solved the problem, right? So you can see it's actually quite simple when you draw this before and after model. So the objective of the lesson today is to be able to draw out the problem on its own, right? On your own, right? Sentence by sentence. And then when you finish your drawing, then you look at the model and study the model and you come up with your own steps, right? Okay, so we come to the end of the model drawing lesson, and stay tuned to the next lesson. We'll be looking at before and after again, and this time we'll look at total unchanged, right? Difference unchanged, everything changes. We'll be looking at different kinds of scenarios. Alright, so see you in the next lesson.